Well, gentlemen, this is just some food for thought. Now, you remember I told you about the Greek philosopher Aeschylus. I can't pronounce his name, so I'll spell it again. Aeschylus. Now, I'm gonna make this I don't even call it a quote. This golden nugget of wisdom, the foundation of my school. And the gentleman, I can't pronounce his name, said that you have been trapped in the inescapable net of ruin by your own want of sense. I'll say it again. This is amazing. You have been trapped in the inescapable net of ruin by your own want of sense. Now, before I go on, this is how I came across this gentleman is amazing, and this is what I was talking about in readying yourself. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Now, I came across this Greek philosopher through reading another book. And this is exactly what I was talking about in the bonus chapter in Checkmate for Technology. Through reading Origin by Dan Brown, I came across this Greek philosopher and the 22 wise sayings that I gathered. I just used that to whet your appetite to go and study him more, because that's what I will be doing. I will be studying him more, and if I can find more books on him, I'm going to get it. In addition, through one book I was reading, I came across Marcus Aurelius, so I bought one of his books, the Meditations. That is an awesome book. That is going to be in the fireside chit chat and required reading in the Empress Club. So when I talk, gentlemen, I just want you to know I'm not talking to hear myself talk. I'm talking about what I have done and what I am doing. And this is why I warned you about technology, where everything you know is being given to you just as you want it. Like you're not being given other avenues to explore new things. Like how reading Origin introduced me to Aeschylus. That's my best. Anyway, let's go back to the lesson at hand. You have been trapped in the inescapable net of ruin by your own want of sense. I can't depass. Anyway, see that? Talking about the focus. I just said I do what I talk about. I just break my own rule, and that's what Mike Murdoch was saying. If your life comes to ruin, it can be traced back to broken focus. To err is human. I'm human too. I'm not here trying to present myself as some God who makes no mistakes. That's another one of my vices that passed by, and I gave in. I'm sorry. Anyhow, gentlemen, this is what Napoleon Hill spoke about when he said that ignorance is one of the 5 evils that plague mankind. And you see the cost of ignorance? You listen to this. You have been trapped in the inescapable net of ruin by your own want of sense. Do you hear that? I mean, this is mind-blowing. You have been trapped in the inescapable net of ruin by your own want of sense. And gentlemen, this is why I put the worship of ignorance in the first book. Now that's before this came to mind, but what Napoleon Hill saying that is a great failing of mankind, a great evil that plagues mankind, ignorance. And I remember a friend of mine, I always said that ignorance is an evil. So he said, no, there's 2 kinds of ignorance. There's ignorance and there's willful ignorance. And I feel that's what this Greek philosopher is talking about. Willful ignorance. Like me, I didn't know about him, so I was ignorant to the fact. Now that I do know about him, I would have been willfully ignorant to now be introduced to something I knew nothing about and discarded. I had an opportunity to get a free education and I threw it away. That's being willfully ignorant. That is evil. And that's just what he is saying. But by your own want of sense. You can choose whether or not you're going to be ignorant or not. You can choose that. It's a choice. And like for me, I didn't know he exists, so I couldn't be condemned for being ignorant of him. But as of 2 days ago, because I knew about him, and then I refused to learn from him, to study him and thus learn from him, I can be condemned. And condemned to what? To be trapped in the inescapable net of ruin. I hope you all understand how serious that is. The inescapable net of ruin. You can't escape it. But not only that, I'm trapped in it. I hope that's not lost on you. You're trapped in the inescapable net of ruin. A serious business, gentleman. So this gentleman, excuse me, has taken what Napoleon Hill said to a newer level. That ignorance is no evil that plagues mankind, but it is an inescapable net of ruin. And by your own choice, you're going to get trapped in it. You can't escape it. Worshipping ignorance is going to be a downfall, and you can't escape it. You're going to be trapped in it. You created the situation. You entered the situation. You trapped yourself in the inescapable net of ruin. And now, today, in 2018, you have no excuse to worship ignorance. None. You have no excuse. And as you know, in the Empress Club, like with the initiation, there's a standard. Just like the Marine Corps, there's a standard. You meet it or have a Coke and a smile. You worship ignorance in the Marine Corps. In the Empress Club, you're going to get a case of Coca-Cola and you will be pointed to the door. Be out. Because you will bring in a vibration, an energy, and a frequency that brings ruin. Now, the thing is, this is no ordinary ruin. Good morning, Mama.
Morning.
This is no ordinary ruin. Do you hear what this man said? It is inescapable. So everywhere you go, you could be sucking everybody into that, or at least, in the least, exposing them to that vibration. And that is why you have to go. Like is drawn to like. So if you wish to worship ignorance and bring the inescapable net of ruin around you, you gotta go. Like the Bible says, if your right hand offends thee, cut it off. You gotta go, so. And if it means only one person left in the Empress Club that doesn't worship ignorance, guess what? That's all I need. Like I said in the beginning, excuse me, of Checkmate, just give me 10 lions. And if there's only one, well, hey, guess what? If your attitude is right and your mind's right, less is more. Well, anyway, gentlemen, that's some food for thought for you, just in case if you missed that yesterday, or you weren't thinking about it, or you weren't paying attention, or it went over your head. Because it just dawned on me this morning, I had to do this. I have to speak on that. Ignorance is an inescapable net of ruin. And if you practice in ignorance, worship in ignorance, please, I didn't tell you can't do it. Please do it far away from me. Because you may wish to be trapped there in the closet. Please take your concert someplace else. It won't be tolerated here, gentlemen. Thank you for your time. It's just some food for thought. Goodbye.